Samurai! Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, welcome to the Vortex. My name is Ezio and I will be your guide this evening as we venture forth into worlds, into realms very much well travelled at this point, as we explore the life of the convict extraordinaire, Sashima, in, well, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Hail to each and every one of you, viewer, chatter, viewer, lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archive. Welcome for those of you who couldn't join us on the previous leg of our journey. We ventured forth across Kamurocho as the mighty Sashima. We fought some people, we talked to some people, we also did some sub-stories, which we're going to continue doing this very evening as we continue to work towards completion of this game, or at least 100%. Definitely 100%, not completion. Don't have enough in me to do completion for it, mainly because I'd have to run 2 of the game, 1 of which on Legendary. Do I want to do the prison section again? No. Do I actually do the story twice in a stream? Very rarely, as in once. But that's neither here nor there. And that's everything I've got to say, so come, join me as we once more step foot into the Vortex as we continue to travel and traverse the world, the realm that is Yakuza 4 Remastered. Our destination lays before us, the controls are set, and as always the PlayStation is turned on because I don't want to get into a fist fight with the HDMI output again. So, let's go. Shall we? Cool. There we go. Right. Where are we going? What are we doing? I am next to a taxi rank. I have 2 sub-stories, if I remember that correctly. There is one, which I assume is the underground stuff, and there's none on the rooftops, and I don't have the key detector, so I can only assume that unless I get one for each character, we're going to have to just wait until we get back to Akiyama before we finish all the keys, which is really annoying, and if I knew that in advance I would have done all the keys right from the get-go, but whatever, we will play through the game and we'll see where we get to and what we do, etc, 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 etc. I don't need healing, and I'm also only level 10. I'm in the wrong part of Kamurocho. Wrong way. Oh, for the love of... No. Okay, then that was surprisingly easy. There it is. Oh, Bob. I'm not being shy, it's just I can't collect anything. Oh dear, right. I see a slight flaw with this. Paul Jamba Jam, welcome. He had stuff for you. Did he? Didn't look like he had stuff for me. Hold on. We shall double check with the... Oh, you stupid... Yeah, he had one next to it. Oh, right. In that case, I will go and retrieve that shortly. Oh. Thought I hit the triangle there, but whatever. Okay, apparently I didn't hit the triangle. Oh. Oh yeah, it puts me right back to where I started. Nice. Hello, Bob. Oh! Already got this. I've already got this. Already got this. Already got this. Well, yeah. It's because it's in the item box, but I can't get to the item box because it's not a shared inventory yet, so I'm going to have to wait until I'm playing as the other characters, which is really annoying. No, it's fine. It's better to make me go back and check just in case I have been a dingus, which in fairness, it's me, so there is a high probability that I am being a dingus. Oh no! Goon! Whatever will we do? Here, have a lovely scooter. Not dead, by the way, I'm sure. I forgot you can get one of each. I forgot you can get one for each character. It's how you do the legendary run easy. Ah, fair enough. Always an 83% chance Ezio is being a dingus. Hail, Hildun, welcome. I got monies. I is happy Ezio. For I has monies. Right. Oh no! Another goons! In a fancy time. Oh, that works. I suppose I should probably do the Sajima heat actions, but I'll probably leave that till I get up to max level. Cool, that gives me infinite iframes. There we go. He's fine, I'm sure. Oh, he doesn't look fine. He looks like a bit of a mess, to be honest. Sajima fight theme is great. I don't know, I still prefer the Sotenbori fight theme from Kiwami 2. That's my favourite fight theme. Mainly because it sounds like something from Cowboy Bebop. This is a good fight theme, but don't get me wrong. Elio! Not dead. Paralyzed, maybe, but not dead. Whoopsies. Also, Sajima's fight style is probably the coolest. He just tears people apart. Yeah. I don't know. I still prefer Akiyama's. I prefer the lightning fast multiple kicks to the head rather than this. What the? Okay. Well, first of all, there's a dude here with a memo. I usually sleep down here, but I stepped away for a hot minute and someone sealed it off. You need special tools to get it open. That ought to be stronger than a burr. Can't believe I forgot my dang tools down there. Manholes. To get to locations while avoiding police detection, move along rooftops or through the sewers. Sajima can also open certain manholes and move through the underground. Use the secret paths to complete objectives swiftly and secretly. Oh! Is there a manhole here? What? Oh, no. I knew you were a lost cause. I'm taking about cold hard cash here. I've got no use for you without it. Well, do you think you're... Don't take a genius to figure out that you two are Yakuza. Huh? I forgot the voice again. I'll figure it out eventually. Keep moving, asshole! None of your dang business! There's now. You got dozens of eyes on your head. None of them want to see the mess you got a mess admit. I appreciate what you're trying to do, sir. But stay out of this, please. It's really nothing to do with you. I deserve everything that's coming to me. This guy can't be serious. I'm sorry, Kategari-san. I'll get the money as soon as I can. I just, please, have mercy on me, sir.
Wait, go and take all the fun out of this. Listen, Irie, you still owe $500,000 in tribute. If you don't pay him quick, you're gonna be paying for your pinky. Get it? Now I'm gonna go and kick some poor beggar in the face.
Irie-san, is it? What was that all about? Who are you? Don't matter. Just an Yakuza looking out for one of his own. You must have been pretty famous if you don't want me knowing your name. Look, just forget it. Now, tell me, what was that punk beating you up for? It's actually kind of embarrassing. You see, Kategari-san and I belong to a family with an office in Penki Alley. I asked for more time to come up with the unpaid family tribute, but it seems to have rubbed him the wrong way. Yeah, Gary, huh? Clearly you got a few screw years on him. Not to mention boatloads more class. How'd a guy like you end up your boss? I'm older, yes, and I've spent at least a decade longer in the family, but Kategiri-san is the patriarch's wonder boy. Him? You don't say. It's not surprising. Kategiri-san rakes in by far the most cash for the family. It's like chasing yens all the Yakuza can think about nowadays. Welcome to the 21st century, friend. Organized crime is nothing more than a chess game with money and the ultimate prize. Old school fist hurlers like me don't have a place in the intellectual stuff. More and more, we're just weighing our families down. I don't believe that for a second. Why don't you just smack the sack around a bit? He'll change his tune. Yep.
What did you think of Pooh on Saturday? I'll get to that after we get through this.
Not a chance. Kategiri-san has helped the family grow almost exponentially, and besides, he's my superior, regardless of how he got there. There's no fighting that. I guess I can't argue with you there. Sorry for butting into your family matters. It's alright. Really, I do appreciate your concern. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go drum up some cash. Quick! Money, money, money. What's the world even colder than I remember it? I reset, family offices down, taking that check. Well, might as well be worth paying them a visit.
What do you think of Pooh on Saturday? Cutie Gatwa's doctor is still not really what I'd call the doctor. He spent more of his time just having people browbeat him more than anything. But in terms of the feel of the episode, it certainly felt a bit more Doctor Who-y than previously. Still a lot of exposition. It was... I wouldn't say it was good, but it's by far not the worst. That distinction still goes to Space Babies. It felt more hooey, but it's... got boxy garbage. Yay. I don't know. And I'll rip up this lid, but I don't need to do that right now. Ah. Okay, Tekanachi Alley says then. They've brought back Sutek, and they keep mentioning the Doctor's granddaughter. So, who knows, maybe Susan will make an appearance at some point, though I'm kind of hoping not. I also suspect that the whole Sutek thing's probably going to tie into an old Doctor Who comic story, because the Sutek we saw in that episode is nothing like the Sutek from the Fourth Doctor's episode. There's a whole thing with Sutek merging or stealing the body of his son Anubis, and that's why he looks like, well, Anubis. Oh yeah, and then there's the whole thing of sending the guard to his death, which just is not a doctory thing to do, really. The real Doctor would have just not sent. They would have gone and done that himself. Probably ended up trapped, but you know. Well, how are the special effects? This is what I can say. They're alright. I won't say anything to write home about, but let's face it, if you've watched classic Who, you're not going to worry so much about the special effects. It used to be just men running around in rubber suits for crying out loud. I've forgotten where Tekanachi Alley is. Pond Street, Public Park, Tekanachi Alley. Oh, it's literally around the corner. Okay, that's fine. I know where that is. People preferred the slightly odd special effects, though, is why I'm asking. Well, it's fair enough. They've got Disney money behind them, but even so, you look at some of the special effects from, say, 10 years ago, and they seem to have a better fidelity to them than the modern stuff. You idiot. No, I mean, who's a rat? Mess with me. Things are gonna get real ugly real fast.
Well, you think some hard stuff just 'cause you're a Yakuza. Those suits have been losing their muscle for years.
You're not tough, you're just a rat. Now empty your pockets.
Don't hurt me, please. And that guy was beating the snot out of Irie Hand. I think his name was Katagiri.
Oh no, he's being kicked in the head, Marcus.
Please, I'll pay whatever price you're asking. Just don't hurt me. You don't want to meet these fists, then you know what you gotta do.
Hand over your wallet, ass.
I ain't a fan of the guy. Those punks going too far. Wouldn't look good for Irie Hand if his boss got the snuff and snot out of him. Better step up.
I still don't know how Gollum looks so good after 20, as he does 20 years later. A less concern of money and more concern of the art, I would guess.
You! Just 'cause you're young don't mean that you got free reign on the streets. Back in my day, Yakuza would be the one teaching you that lesson.
Can't give anything, meathead. Times change, get used to it.
Helden 10, new Zelda. Yes, a Zelda game where you play as Zelda with mage-like powers Where have I heard that suggestion before? Oh well, at least I've said it before. I mean, it wasn't entirely as I was thinking a mainline game where, you know, you play as Link and Zelda in side quests, but hey, Zelda gets her own adventure. I'm not complaining. I've seen the gameplay. I must admit, I did quite like what I saw. Looks fun. It's puzzly. I like puzzles. We get to see Zelda step up. It makes sense. Link was fighting Ganon, then he gets sucked into a void, but he saves Zelda at the last minute, and then it's Zelda's turn to save him. It doesn't feel tokenistic. Actually feels like there is a proper crafted story around it. It just confirms that Miyamoto is watching. Miyamoto! Yes, hello. Hey, oh, Miyamoto-san. But yes, I will be playing that. I think what I will do before that game comes out is we'll do a run of Link's Awakening, because it's clearly somewhere in the same sort of timeline. We'll do Link's Awakening, and then we'll play the new Zelda game when it comes out. And hopefully it won't be anything like Tears of the Kingdom. Well, that would be lovely. Right.
There's nobody ever taught you the food chain in this town. The boss is king, under him the soldiers. Beneath them's the civilians. And hooligans, you're bottom of the dang heap.
Spit the lecture, Gramps. And hey, try not to break your hip while I kick your ass.
With an evil laugh as he plans more Lizopos tails and Korok seeds. I think I'd rather take a punch from Sajima, to be honest.
What the? Who are you, man?
Nobody worth caring about. Or if you want to get strong like me, it ain't much better than a nice long trip to the slammer. You could use the discipline.
The slammer? You mean prison?
Look, just scram, kid. You don't know who you're messing with.
Sir, yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Come on, boys. Let's go, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
You should be ashamed letting yourself get run down by those punks.
Yeah, spare me the lecture, man. The days of the Yakuza muscling guys around are long over. It's all about brains now.
Well, think your way out of that situation, then you're half-wit.
Yeah, I'm missing the point. For one, all brains ain't what's important, it's respect. The whole dang thing goes down the drain once people start disrespecting you.
Say what you want, but whose money does the family run on? Mine! And not only are those fools who blinded by my strength.
Who are you talking about?
Those books from before, you, and especially Ivy. Street fights won't keep the lights on and the water running or rent paid.
You got it all backwards. Yakuza Ray can't defend his family ain't nothing more than a dead weight.
Come again?
Money's important, yeah. But while you're busy poring over your spreadsheets, the muscle out there are keeping your office safe. Don't you get it? The Yakuza too weak to protect his own ain't no better than those bottom-feeding thugs from earlier. Yeah, maybe even worse. Ivy Hand, that's especially the kind of guy Yakuza should strive to be. Throwing money around is fine and all, But if you really want to make it in this world, you gotta respect people keeping you safe. You must have realized that, right?
All I ever wanted was to feel strong. And buzzing around those who were all was the only way I could do it. You remind me of something. How I felt when I first met Ivy.
And I was there.
He was incredible. I'd never seen someone that strong before. And yet, there I was. Humiliating him in public. I'm so sorry.
I'll be sorry. Be better. Now, how about you go and give Irie Han a hand collecting the tribute money?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. I can only hope he doesn't turn me down after what I did to him.
He ain't that big skulled. Besides, you're his boss. Just keep your chin up and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thank you again for everything.
That Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake got me hyped though, along with Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Fair enough. A Zelda game that's even tied over and over again. No, don't even joke about that. We've got Metroid 4 as well. A new Mario and Luigi game. Oh, and Ace Attorney Investigations. Not that I've finished Ace Attorney Trilogy yet. Really should get around to finishing that at some point. At the minute, I'm stuck on the final level of Super Mario Wonder, though, so once I beat that in about 1,000,000 years, then I'll probably move back on to Ace Attorney. Right, that is probably not a sub-story thing. No, it isn't. Right, okay then. Right, next port of call then. Oh, taking some damage. Let's go to this restaurant instead. Oh, it's Proton. He'll be somewhere down here, I think. This one. Yep. I will have the great fruit and apple vinegar sour, I suppose. And the egg yolk beef thingy bob. There we go. Right. Next. I don't know where I go for the next part of that sub-story, annoyingly, so I guess we go and do the other sub-story and eventually it'll pick up again. I suppose while we're doing this, I might actually look up the heat actions I need to do. Essence of Fence Smash. Oh, in the Colosseum. Never mind. In the Colosseum. Essence of Wall Throwing. Grab an enemy and press heavy attack near a wall. Okay. Alley up. There we go. Essence of Wall Throwing. Done. Weapon moves. I have one listed for Sajima, but it doesn't actually have a thing. Okay. Essence of Hammers. Right, I will have to go and talk to the dude then. Ah, here we go, finishing moves. Essence of Finishing Knuckle. Press heavy attack near a fallen enemy while holding the knuckle. Ah, that's another weapon. Finishing Hammer. Press heavy attack while holding a hammer. Essence of Mounting. Heavy attack with an enemy while help splashing. This one's a head press. Okay. Power moves. There we go. Grab an enemy from the front and press heavy attack when near a fallen enemy. I don't actually know if I've unlocked these, however. Head bashing, mounting, slamming. No. Right, okay. I'll stick to my original decision then, and we won't touch them until we actually get to the point where I can actually do them. Yes, I am Butters. While everyone is playing World of Warcraft, I am playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Or you were playing Final Fantasy. Wait a minute. Where's the office? I probably literally just walked past it, haven't I? Yep. That's... What have we got? Oh, 15 continues. Blimey. So we died 14 times doing the prison escape, which is annoying. 61 hours, 52% completion, though. That's nice. Pedestrians knocked down. 64. Still need to work better. Or harder on that one. Might as well save while we're here as well. Right, give me a minute. Oh. Oh, there we go. Right, so there was certainly a question mark around here. The question is, was it a sub-story or... Oh. Right. Maybe it isn't here then? Oh, hold on. Question mark. It is down here then? Back soon. Fair enough. Oh, mighty look. What am I missing here? Invest. Sure. And then. Where the dickens is this sub-story? Oh, down here.
Hey!
Come on, get back where you stole already. Uh-oh. Don't even think about trying to run.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? None of your business. What's it to you anyway? Wait, why are you down here? How did you get down here? Get lost!
For a bunch of men in suits, this don't look gentlemanly.
Please, help me. You're too fast.
Huh? I thought I told you to get lost. Clear as a gappy, you're up to some shady stuff. Hey!
What's your problem? So beat it already.
When someone asks me for help, it becomes my problem. Especially when they're surrounded by a bunch of suits.
Great, we got ourselves a wannabe hero.
Look,
This is one damsel in distress you don't want to save. Meddle in our business, and where will be real consequences.
that frit.
Yeah, it's a premise. Playing the hero for some woman you've never even met will get you killed.
You dumbass. Hello in there. I guess you're just gonna ignore my warning. Yes, I am.
Then you painted us into a corner. Try not to get your blood on my suit.
Well. Now, why do I keep seeing a heat tank? Oh! That's a new one. Yep.
I just got that dry cleaned.
Your bark sure is worse than your bite.
Thank you. My name's Son. Who are you?
Suzuki.
Thank you, Suzuki-san. Lucky me getting saved by such a manly hero. I'm glad chivalry isn't dead.
What's up with these suits anyhow? Yapping about you stealing from them?
That's not important. But speaking of heroism, I wonder if I could ask you for one teeny little favour. Would you take the CD-ROM to a man waiting in the subway tunnel, then bring me the briefcase he hands you?
What's wrong? That what you stole?
Yes.
That shiny plate got some kind of value or what?
And more than you can imagine, it's what's inside that counts.
Oh, yeah, I don't get it.
You don't have to believe me to help me. I'll compensate you too. Will you do this for me?
I saw a lady in trouble and stabbed in the hell. That's it. Don't want nothing to do with your CD-ROM schemes. Do what you like. But if you ask me, this kind of business is way too risky for a woman.
Now you're being sexist. It seems I can't persuade you then.
Seems that way.
And I'll go myself, alone. But please, if anything happens to me... No, never mind. All right, I suppose this is it. Farewell.
Well then. Right, so now I have no idea. Back up topside and... I'll pull up the guide and see where we go next. Right, so one was
Old Yakuza new track.
head over to Care and you'll see the track, dudes in tracksuits. So I got to Yakuza getting rushed. Oh, kill the area again. Turn and you'll see the two getting along. Alright. Alright, back to Tekiyachi Alley then. Actually, I took some damage so I can go and get some more food from that restaurant and all. I do love the moped move. Here, have a moped. It's yours. Take it. Not dead, by the way. Oh. There we go. Right. Into the wall you go. Also, hail Earth Path. Welcome. Hold on.
Yeah, what you for?
Wife of the moment. Samus Aran, Metroid. In honor of, you know, the new Metroid game. In 2025, admittedly, still. Okay, I'm going. Where am I going? I forget. Oh no.
Like, maybe?
I mean, fair. I still keep meaning to play Metroid Prime Remastered. I haven't got round to it yet, though. I will. Eventually. Maybe. Possibly. Yes. Hope all is going well. Won't be on too long as pairing for stream with Gabby later. I assume I've said the name right. And fair enough, no worries. This song sounds familiar. It's not a Sonic song, is it? Sonic 06. Oh, it is a Sonic 06 song. Right, fair enough. Or is that the game you're playing? Because I was going to say more Dark Souls or something. Oh. Silver's theme, Dreams of Absolution. Ah, okay, fair enough then. I thought that song sounded familiar. Yes, I'm trying to guide Gabby through Dark Souls 3. Ah. Yes, I thought yes, that stands to reason. I think Kev raided the stream at some point, didn't he? Previously, obviously, not this evening. Don't think he's live this evening. Might be live this evening. What was that? Oh, never mind, it was just a door. Okay then. Now what am I doing? Oh right, Tekinachi Alley, or wherever it is. Beep beep. Coming through. No, this is the alley either. Oh wait, no, that's the one by the children's park, isn't it? Aha! I'm sorry. I swear I'll never disrespect the Yakuza again so long as I live. Just let me go. Please let me live.
Fine. But I better never catch you near our tap again, understand? That was that Kitty said.
Perfect. Thanks for handling the mighty.
Hello. What? Something. Noise. Sound. What just happened? Oh. It was a YouTube subscription, I think. I really need to fix that at some point. I haven't figured out how yet. Not that I've actually sat down and properly looked at it, but oh, logging with Twitch. Okay. There we go. Close recent events. Live actions? No. Recent events? No. I have no idea what that was. I assume it was a YouTube sub, in which case, thank you, whoever you were, but oh, I need to fix that. I very much need to fix that. Redemptions, no. Game widgets, no. Okay, yeah, I have absolutely no idea what that was. Actually, while I'm here, let's skip. I don't need a tutorial. I might need a tutorial. YouTube preview. Yes, that did a thing. It is. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. How can I set the size of it? If it is, I have no idea how I did that. Position, no. No. Sorry, I am very easily distracted. Oh, no, I do not want to do. Wait, is that what I want to do? Scale! That might be it. Right, why have I got the scale amount set for the other one? Oh no, it's exactly... You know what, never mind. I'm just going to leave that until later. Let's get back to it, shall we? I have no idea what just happened, but awesome all the same. Right.
Ah, over here. How's it going? Hang in there.
Oh, just hanging. We're swinging. With a hand of category.
I figured out a plan to come up with a tribute man.
Oh, okay. Tonight involves murdering undead deacons and an army of knights who watch the abyss. Awesome!
He even gave me a few leads to get me back on track, so, yeah.
Oh, hey, he even gave me a few leads to get me back on track, so yeah, I think I'll be just fine. Bloody hell. You're telling me.
Thank you, Irie. Family's books are finally in the black for the first time in ages. I'll be up for promotion to Tojo HQ at this rate, and I'll be all because of Irie.
Good on you. Remember, the respect of your man's word. Remember, the respect of your man's what really sets the Yakuza apart. Money can only take you so far.
I'll take it to heart. Well, thank you again. Thank you again.
There we go. Kitagiri said we should get going.
It's my cue. Those debts ain't gonna collect themselves. Anyway, this is a little something for your help. Hope it does as much good to you as it is near me, yeah?
I got a copy of the Trial of the Ancient Fighter King. Nice.
Alright, now I'm such a messiah, and hey, thanks for everything.
Cool. Right. Now what? Oh, nah, let's show that. Right. Old Yakuza, new tricks. That's done. Sub stories. I assume that's the one I just did. Yes. Okay. Delete. The Running Woman. Doobadoo, 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 doobadoo. There we go. Apparently I've missed the trigger for the continuation of that sub-story. I must have gone in the wrong direction. Why are you chasing women? Because it's me? If they are waifu? No, that sounded really creepy now that I think about it. Ignore that! We are running after this woman because she's a femme fatale who was given, well, tried to give us a disc, and instead she has now gone off to places unknown. I'm in the wrong direction. And the men in black are after us. She might be an alien. Why else would she be running? Ha 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 ha. Funny. Oh, that works. Whee! Bonk. Hello. Oh! Chasing after the alien women. Yes. Supposedly I'm to trigger something by somehow and some way of thing. Maybe I was supposed to go the other way? You have more bones than Kirk. Thanks. I mean, Bones is awesome, so I can't complain. Though, in fairness, I think I'm more Scotty, but eh. Oh, a memo, if nothing else.
Are you feeling that soul too, man? I'm talking about the soul inside you. The more you use your soul, the better your skills. The closer you get to becoming a true soul brother.
Cool. Thank you, goodbye. Up cards than right cards. Though obviously with more hurt. Yes, you are Scotty. I mean, let's face it. I drink. I like engineering. I'm continuously frustrated. All this talk of servers and delirium crystals. Look, if I could fix the servers by stuffing a bunch of crystals into them, I bloody would. But unfortunately, servers don't work that way. I wish they did, but they don't. So I just stick with swearing at them continuously under my breath. As my colleagues think that I've lost my mind. Which I probably have at this point, let's be honest. I'm missing something here. Right, this is not the right way. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you're the one up in that woman escape. What, yeah.
Where'd you go? Tell us, right? Even if we have to beat it out of you, oh, I bet you will.
Oh no, we must beat up the Shaddy Man. That hurt my feelings. I now hurt your jaw. Surprised that didn't take his head off. If we ever get to a Breath of the Wild 3, which we aren't, you would be institutionalized shouting about Korok seeds. Yeah. Entirely possible. Yeah.
So he's got himself into some serious stuff.
Excuse me.
Why you pretty boy?
Go out for shine. Hold on. Need more booze.
Ah, where goes the scout to shine? A hostess club on Peck Street.
Under that man dang liquor sense. Let's walk back and start over and scout.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, I scouts, like a doorman, I guess.
Ah, a gnome. Should have said so in the first place. So, what's going in?
You know those men in black you just fought off? Well, those are some lurking around our club too.
And
I was just wondering if you happen to know who they are.
sorry.
Oh, alright. I suppose I'll have to alert the police then. With those creeps hanging around, our guests don't feel safe. We're losing business and fast. It's fine though. If you don't know, you don't know. Thanks anyway, and sorry for bothering you.
Those suits of some buddies on Pink Street, huh?
Guy. Oh no, that's the one near the thing. Check Brooks' parlor. Oh, I need to nip into Brooks' parlor. Oh, I saw the exact same thing. I found the album on Spotify. There is a Zelda jazz album. I am intrigued. I like jazz. Piano, drums, and double bass. Actually, it sounds quite nice. I'll have to listen to it, considering I'm in a sort of very slowish sort of jazz mood. Oh, that's Jewel. Oh, Shine's the other one. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of Johnny Hodges recently as well. It's been a while since I've nipped into the practice lounge. When I next do, if you know anything by Johnny Hodges, you'll probably hear a small smidgen of it in my playing. At least I hope you will. I've been working to try and get some of the essence of his playing, though obviously he played alto and I play tenor. Well, actually, I play alto as well. I'm going to be playing alto tomorrow morning at a saxophone choir. But my jazz is usually reserved for my tenor. So after Monday, I'm not actually going to have any jam sessions to play. At least until September, which is sad, really, but oh well. I'm a Mahjong master. Oh, are you there? Well, bet. Actually, I haven't played Mahjong for a while. Kinda tempted to. I shall not. I shall be strong, but still. Can I buy things from here? Oh, does this mean Tuesday streams make a return? No. That's the orchestra rehearsals, and that is still continuing until... Don't know, actually. There's a break at Christmas, but I think the orchestra goes pretty much throughout the entire year. There is going to however be a break on Tuesday. There will be a couple of weeks break on the Tuesday streams, as 1 week I obviously have orchestra rehearsal. The other week there is a political hustings thing going on, and I might go to that. Depends. I haven't decided yet, but I think I might go to it, if only because it's an experience, and it's an experience, basically. Aha. Oh, bother. Let's get physical. Oh, my. Yeah, okay, we'll get those two. Oh, we now have no money. But that's fine. We don't need money. For the moment. Time to make your waifu demands known. Nah, you have to put the questions forward beforehand. Look! Be My Baby is still here. Terrifying. Terrifying. Dang. I know. Where be the cat girl? You're a police officer. Oh, son of a dingus. Whoops. I just got knocked over by the police officer. Did not expect the QTE after I used the heat action. Now where am I? Oh, I'm still here. Nice. Nope, don't have enough money. Oh dear, I am locked to doing things. Shy.
What's this club shy? Not interested.
I dude said those men in black were outside Shine, though. You walk past them holding L1, they don't care. Oh, yeah, but I didn't see the police officer. That was the problem. Oh, she cute. And terrified. There we go. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Ah, there we go. You get a pick the better time to show up.
You're the ones who've been arresting that woman.
You're the one who got in our way. You know where she is. It'd be the best of interest if you tell us.
I don't know where she at.
Don't play dumb with us. Where's the CD-ROM?
See why?
I'll teach you to mess with us. You're in cahoots with her. Cahoots like that chocobo.
You'd wish you'll tell us in the first place, when you confess through a mouthful of broken teeth.
Right, you know what? Here, have a motorcycle. Who has the broken teeth now, fool?
You'll pay for this, dang it! You broke my hip flask. Yeah, snot-nosed pricks like you never learn. I don't know nothing about no woman, so leave me alone. What's she up to anyhow? They wouldn't be this dead set on putting that down over nothing. You mentioned the subway tunnel. Ah, hell. Guess I'll just have to go check it out. Here we go again.
What subway tunnel? Oh, that subway tunnel, right. That does things a bit differently, by the way. Where it doesn't break the character stories into neat chunks, it jumps through them all at certain points. Oh, it does a Yakuza 0 then, basically. I can live with that. That's a better system because it means I can balance, I can sort, if I screw up on one character, I can basically, well, I suppose if the inventory stuff kind of works, but I don't know. Ah, there she is. She didn't go very far.
There she is. Looks like I wound up coming her after all. Yet I'm a sucker for a long pair of legs.
I bought it.
We're all set on our end, too.
Right, let's make the exchange.
First, I'd like to see if this is the real deal.
Not exactly the trusting type, are you?
Those suits look just as seedy as the last.
Alright, it looks authentic.
Hand over the briefcase already.
Sorry, but we can't do that. Boys,
Double crossing.
as long as we have the CD-ROM, we don't need you anymore. Besides, I'm sure you already had burned a copy, but that won't matter after you're neutralized. You won't even remember your own name, because you'll be dead.
Alright, show's over.
Who are you?
No matter who I am, be out up there in the bargain. Now leave the briefcase and get out of here.
Oh, you see, you've seen us. We can't let you leave.
Not with your memories intact, anyway. Let's see how much head trauma it takes to neutralize you.
Ah, Shaddy Man once again.
There we go. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Oh well. Let's try that one again. I thought I had that thing where if I'm in heat mode, I don't go down unless I run out of heat mode. The targeting seems a bit rough here. Now, in terms of heat actions, combo execute when you're in. Yeah, that works. There we go. Corner of the railing. There we go. Worked for me. We'll be back soon. Wait. We'll be back soon. As Twitch is being a real pain at buffering at 160. Oof, fair enough.
Thank you, Suzuki-san.
Didn't even run. You got great, I'll give you that.
Do I? I figured I'd be fine with a strong manly hero like you.
Alright, enough sweet talk. I'm in this deep, ain't I? Time to clue me in.
Maybe so. It's all over and done with, so why not? I'll tell you everything.
Okay, first things first. What's this CD thingy?
This, you might call it a secret ledger.
Don't look like paper to me. Where's the ride?
What country are you from? Data used to be on paper once upon a time is now stored in CD-ROMs. This CD came from the office of an influential politician. There's evidence of bribes, embezzlements, tax evasion. If this gets out, the scandal alone would ruin his career.
Those suits are the politician's henchmen, right?
These days they call themselves political assistants. They found out I'd stolen the CD and struck a deal.
Get it now, they wanted it back and were willing to pay.
Now, I'm no journalist, and I'm not particularly interested in seeing social justice served. But as long as it brings in money, well...
Don't tell me, Stevens, what you do for a living.
Call me the Blue Rose. I'm just a little bit famous, in the industry anyway.
You're certainly very pretty.
Well, alright. I ain't about to rough up a woman now, lady, thief or not.
Really?
Really, what kind of man would I be if I did?
A rare one. Thanks, Sajima-san.
Hey, how'd you?
It takes one to know, and especially with a reputation like yours, you'll never find a better disguise. Like I have. Here's the compensation I promised.
I got the player's kit. I like her. She's very pretty. And very nice. And, okay, maybe not nice. She's sweet. Would not want to cross her. Oh, hello. That's probably a raid later. Right.
Now that's what I call them faded out.
Woo! Sub-story helper. What did that do? Complete the first... Oh, complete or finish 20 sub-stories. Nice. Oh yeah, I've still got an ability. Which I can't actually use because there's nothing that's for one anymore. Right, let us stagger our way up to that restaurant again. This may take us a while. According to speed test, I'm only getting 0.41 megabits per second download. Oof! How is your internet that slow? Are you using a dial-up connection? It should not be that slow. No, it shouldn't. When was the last time you rebooted your router? If you're using home plugs as well, that might also cause it. Or that might also be a fix if you reboot them, because I know I've had issues with my home plugs in the past. Oh yeah, I'm short on cash. Oh, bollocks. I've suddenly realised I've snooked myself. I'm just gonna have to use healing items. Oh, right, fine. Right, well, that serves me right for buying DVDs instead of actually working on this completion list. Right, now where are we going? We just did that sub-story, didn't we? Yes, so we've done the Femme Fatale one. And, according to Task Manager, though, it says I'm getting 2.1 megabytes per second, which it still isn't right. No, according to that, then your uplink to your network card is very much, yeah. So Task Manager tells you what you're getting from your router to your PC. That doesn't tell you what your broadband speed is. That's where speed test comes from. So yes, I would if well, let's go down the chain. So technically a system power cycle. So reboot computer, restart router, and restart both home plugs if you're using home plugs may very well help the issue. Another trick as well is if you shut down the computer, you pull out the power cable, you unplug the network cable, assuming you're using an Ethernet connection, then you hold down the power button for 10 seconds just to make sure that you discharge the motherboard and the network interface adapter, then plug everything back in, fire up the computer. That can sometimes fix the issue as well. Right, so go to the underground wall. Nope, on that. Once you complete nope, okay, speech. Once you complete mothering child, nope. You got to complete running woman, go to the hallway north of the lockers through the theatre. Oh. That's not unlocked yet though, has it? No. Right, well we've got no sub-stories left on the list, so I suppose we will... Oh, actually, map. Nope. Nope. Okay, we've got no sub-stories on the map, so we will go and do something else then. I'll take to the docks and you'll see a dude standing there. Right, okay, well, I've not got the question marks appeared, so I suppose we'll go to the docks and then back. Turn my router on. Okay, leave it a few seconds, unplug it if you want to go full whole hog, pull the power and then turn it back on and let it discharge, then obviously flick the power switch and then power it all back up and it should reboot and reconnect and you'll have hopefully a better connection. Though at the same time, 2.1 megabits per second does seem very low considering that most of the time a computer you should have a gigabit connection from your computer to your router. If you're on Wi-Fi, then something's going through with Wi-Fi signal and you might have to change which channel you're currently using on it. If it's Ethernet, then it could also be that the cable's knackered. to get 4.2 megabytes per second on a good day. Boy, I'm guessing your broadband's a bit knackered in your area then. Which is fascinating considering I'm from a farming community and I've still got better internet. I have the worst internet in my town, it's just been forgotten about. Oof. Big oof. I mean, at those speeds, you'd probably have an easier time just getting yourself a mobile dongle. Just using a data connect. I don't know. What are we doing? Right, okay, we're doing the story. I will have to try and do... I shouldn't have done that. No, I really shouldn't have done that. Unless I don't even have anything in the item box. Well, I need to go and put some stuff in the item box anyway, so... Why did I go and buy those DVDs? Don't even need them yet. Right. Wait, I've got a gold plate. Key with 2 cats imprinted on the handle received from homeless man Cattlebag. I can sell that. Everywhere around me has a virgin media and stuff instead, yeah, I have been suggested to get a mobile broadband. No one will tell me what speeds I will get them. Right. You could probably go with the average per carrier, but it depends on what sort of signal. I mean, what did that on your mobile? Do you get 4G in your area? Well, at least at home. Because if you get able to at least get 4G, then that would give you an idea. Because obviously carrier strengths are different depending on where in the country. If you've got an O2 might be really strong in your area and Vodafone may be really weak. Etc, etc. It's one of those how long is a piece of string issues, to be honest. I mean, obviously a wired connection is faster and more stable than using a carrier signal, but at the same time, if the wired signal is utter nonsense, then yeah, using a mobile hotspot may very well be the case. Or if you've got it for BT, BT have the Halo system, which is basically a hybrid mode of both cable, of both cable and goodbye, cable and mobile. But then again, that may be expensive, so it's take your choice, really. Right, I have no money. I cannot get a taxi. I can, however, sell this gold plate and then take a taxi. Problem is, I don't know where I'm going. This way. I can guess. This way, and then I can go down whichever street this is. I forget. You wouldn't think I've been playing this game for years. Right, Nakamachi, and then we go to Nakamachi Alley, and that's where the pawn shop is, unless I go and play some Mahjong and win big, in which case, yeah, I could also just get myself some gold plates from there. That's the place. That is actually a very tempting prospect. Oh, wait, no, I need to be able to buy the pegs. I can't do that because I'm skint. Right. I am here to sell. I will sell this gold thing for 100,000. Yeah, that's enough. That means I can actually crack on with a few things here and there. But yeah, no matter what you get, so long as you've got more than a gigabit per second, I would take that as a win when you're only getting megabits per second. Not that you can ever get anything over bits per second. That's one of the great marketing ploys because they use the little b, which means megabits. So you look at GBps and you think, oh, I'm getting gigabytes per second, this is amazing. And it isn't. You're getting gigabits per second because it's a big G and a little b. Right, let's go to the docks and see if we can get this sub-story. Hello, my noble sir. I wish to go to the docks and see the fishy wishies. There we go. Ooh.
I put an end to it all.
What's all the gloom and doom? What?
Please, just leave me alone. I'll be killed soon enough anyway.
You don't look like a guy who lives dangerously, but I ain't one to judge a tiger by its stripes. What's eating you?
I appreciate your concern. You see, I work at a jewelry shop. Or I used to, until it got robbed the other day. Those hardcore dudes came in, pointing their guns at me and said, hand over the jewels if you want your life. Of course I wanted to live, so I handed them the jewels. Oh wait,
Of course you wanted to, so you handed over the jewels.
did I ever? I opened the display cases. Then my manager goes ballistic, so now he runs over, sticks a knife to my throat, and guess what he says? Get the jewels if you want to live. I'm pretty sure the shop was just a front for the Yakuza. I saw murder in my manager's eyes, I can tell you that. So I filed a police report and even did some investigating of my own. I found out the getaway car was seen heading towards these docks. But nobody's seen anything, and now I'm stuck in a wild goose chase. If I did find the guys, they'd probably just kill me on the spot. It's too depressing to even think about. That's why I figured I should just get it over with and die on my own terms.
Poor guy getting caught up in a bunch of Yakuza nonsense. Listen, buddy. If you're capable of upping yourself, I'd say you're capable of dang near anything. Instead of giving up the ghost, try digging in your heels. Even if you can't catch much on your own, you ought to be able to hire a private eye or something.
You know what? You're right. I guess I've been feeling guilty about not putting up a fight. But I think I'll keep at it and try and find those jewels. Once I stop feeling so depressed, that is.
Alright. Good luck to you. Got balls for a civvy. So, those jewel thieves on the run around here, huh? Ought to see what I can find.
You doing some fishing around here, Bill?
Yeah, more or less.
Well, if you really want to reel in a good haul, you're better off trying a different spot.
Why's that?
I do my share of fishing around here myself, but they just ain't biting like they used to. I've wound up reeling in more random junk than fish. The better fishing spot's a little ways away. I'd be able to show you where.
Nah, I'm good. Ought to be able to catch plenty for one fella. How about you? Why are you fishing here if it's so crowded?
Hope you don't. I'm not really in it for fish. I just like the view. It's the journey that matters to me, not the destination.
That's so.
Then I guess the two of us anglers can suck it up and enjoy the ride. Oh, yep, you got that right. You were gonna fish it? You know what? I bet you were. You look like quite a fisherman. I just know it.
I'm just...
Is that so? Well then, you must be an aspiring novice fisherman. In that case, let me give you this. You've got a copy of Fish Chump magazine. Oh, thank you. By the way, if you don't have any bait, I'll sell you some. I always come here with a veritable amount of bait. See, I love fishing, but I'm not the best fisherman. Never catch anything myself. So, if you ever have too many fish, I'll buy them off you. Good luck, huh? Or good deal, even. Stop by and see me anytime. I'll be waiting. Tell you what. Yeah, I'll buy some bait. Horse mackerel. 2 squid. 2 shrimp.
Shrimp! Shrimp! The shrimp!
Sorry. Force of habit. Now, I can start fishing here, but can I start fishing here instead? Right, so I restarted my router and it may have helped. Ah, you see? Trust in the power of the Technomancer. Select your bait and decide where to cast your line. The gauge shows that the fish is most concentrated. Use bait. Okay. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Go fishing. I should have paid attention here. Oops. Loosh. That went really far. Let's go, Master Fisherman. Yes. I am the Master Fisherman, and by that I mean no.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost wrote something else, but refrained. Fair enough. Keep fishing. Right, let's try this again. Sploosh. Pretty peaceful here.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's try vinegar squid. Instead of fisherman, I rode beta. Okay. Cool. If that's connotations, I don't know what it is. Right. Reel in. Give slack. Move direction, confirm pull. Okay. Good job I double checked that. I thought I was thinking of Yakuza Zero's fishing system and it's completely different.
Yeah.
Oh. Now I remember. Ah! Oh. Well, so much for that then. Apparently that's how that works then. I remember this being easy in Yakuza 0. No, in Yakuza 3, even.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do this all over again as Kiryu, aren't I? Yep, I noticed it got away, thank you. Oh. I have no idea what you're doing wrong, but neither do I.
Yeah.
Right, stop fishing. Right, let's go and get some bait. Hello again. Bye, bait. Right, let us start. Up at the far end. Because I was able to do this in Yakuza 3, so we should be able to figure it out in Yakuza 4.
Yeah.
Right, this part I assume is RNG.
Yeah.
Well, so much for the long range. Peace. Okay, I slackened it too much there. Obviously it's dark, so it's kind of hard to tell where the fish direction is, but whatever. Wee sploosh. Okay. Put a guide into Discord. I might need that in a minute. I think it's a razor margin, so I don't want it too slack, but I don't want it too tight. So when the alarm goes, I slacken it a bit, but I don't slacken it too much that it lets the fish go. Okay, that's my fault. I didn't press the R1 button quick enough. Go. I found an umbrella! After all that. I've caught an umbrella at 60 centimeters. What am I doing with my life? Apparently the trick is to just not bother with the L1 and just stick with the R1 button and let it go if it goes into the red and follow the fish. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh yeah, there's a lot of trash between you and the fish, so good luck! Thanks. It's basically going to just be RNG, isn't it? I mean, I still think I'll do the fishing and golf as Kiryu, but I suspect I'm going to have to do some fishing for this sub-story, so... Another umbrella. Fantastic. There is a time-specific fish as well as distance-specific. Oh, fun. Basically, I'm going to need a guide to figure out which fish I'm going to catch, won't I? I also get the sneaking suspicion that, yeah. Actually, on a separate note, I don't quite know who the main villain of this game is yet. Actually, no, it might be the dude from the Tojo clan. Cutscene we saw earlier. There we go. I found a metal box. I assume this is part of the sub-story. Real Spawn, welcome.
Hey, is this one heavy briefcase?
So you finally found it.
Hell.
That's important property that belongs to me and my family now. How about you just hand it over?
I get it now. You were just pretending to go fishing while you kept an eye on the place.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I heard about the jewel heist not too long ago. Never thought they'd hide the guns underwater.
And I never thought you'd figure it out. I hate to do this to a fellow angler, but I'll just have to send you to sleep with the fishes. Oh no! Daddy man, once again. Whatever will we do? Animal Crossing fishing versus diving. Diving is more fun, but harder in my opinion. But yeah, the game's fishing's a lot better. Oh right, that I missed the comment previously. Fair enough. Also, hail Real Spawn. I can't remember if I said that. Well. Nvidia suppresses Microsoft to become the world's most valuable company. Of course it is. We're in the middle of an AI bubble. It was going to be.
There, you found out yours, and you beat me up. Then you know the outsiders like you shouldn't get mixed up in family feuds. Now, hand over the keys. Hey, I'm all about keeping my kid himself out of self a change. But when you drag Civvy into this, you screwed up, boy. I can't give him back till I set things right for him. You'll regret this, you son of a...
Also, Nvidia sells PC parts, Microsoft doesn't. That is true. That is true. But I think the main reason Nvidia is the most profitable company, apart from the fact that there's just a massive overhead on Nvidia graphics cards, and to be honest, I'm pretty much stuck with Nvidia for the moment because I stream. So I would love to get an upgraded graphics card like the AMD range, but I can't until Twitch starts using the AV1 encoder. When they finally do start using AV1 encoding, then I'll switch to an AMD. But until then, I'm going to probably get myself an Nvidia graphics card off eBay, something in the 3090 range, but even then, they're still holding their value remarkably well, so I'm a bit stuffed at the moment. But the thing with Nvidia is that they're getting a lot from the CUDA cores and other bits and pieces, which is taking a lot from the AI and machine learning side of things. I mean, all of the servers I have at work, well, not all of them. I mean, I've got an old Z230 workstation acting as a utility server, but all of the machine learning servers at work are running Nvidia graphics cards. And that's going to be the case for a while yet. All of the machine learning lab, Nvidia graphics cards. All of the machines in the games lab, Nvidia graphics cards. GPU workstations, Nvidia graphics cards. We don't have any Intel, we don't have any AMD, because just Nvidia is sort of the king as it stands. Like I said, I wouldn't mind shunting over to something else, but at the moment Nvidia is the better card for the machine learning side. There is a new type of processor out. I think it's an OPU or UPU or something that basically completely wipes the floor with NVIDIA. That hasn't hit mainstream yet, so we've still got a bit of time left. So for the moment, yeah, while we're in the AI bubble, and we're still in the AI bubble, it's starting to shrink now. It's probably going to burst in the next year or so, maybe 2. NVIDIA is going to keep making absolute killing because it's the graphics cards that's doing all of the AI stuff. Here's what it is. So yeah, doesn't surprise me that NVIDIA's taken over as the richest company. XFS Speedster Mercury 10 AMD Radeon blah, 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 Ultra Gaming Graphics card blah, 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 £700. Yeah, exactly. It's not the AMD graphics cards. If you just go into gaming, if all you do is gaming, look into NVIDIA, because if all you do is gaming, look into AMD, because AMD makes some very nicely priced graphics cards for a lot of bang. The problem is the NVENC encoder. My processor could probably handle running Stream now, but if I want to game on my rig as well, I'm going to run into issues. That's why I'm stuck with NVIDIA for the moment, because they have the NVENC encoder, and that's what Twitch uses. If Twitch finally switched to the AV1 encoder, which is better as far as my understanding goes, then I'll switch to AMD or something else, but until then, I'm stuck with NVIDIA. Which is fine. I can't fault my NVIDIA card. It's solid, it works, and it's worked brilliantly. It's an RTX 2070 Super. It has lasted me this long. It is doing brilliantly, and most of the games, if not all of the games I play, it works fine. The problem is that I want to upgrade it at some point, and yeah, NVIDIA GPUs are expensive. I think actually, comes to think of it, yeah, an RTX 3090 comes to about £700 to £900 on eBay. So, here's what it is. If I wanted to go a bit lower, I could get it for cheaper, but to be honest, it's last gen. I'm going to go with a 3090 because I like big numbers, and I cannot lie. So, yeah. You craft it with the crustaceans you dig up from the sand. Wait, what? Oh, I don't think I can make bait in AC. Oh, right, that makes more sense. I was thinking you were saying, oh, no, you just make graphics cards out of digging up random crabs and crushing them into silicon. That's not quite how it works, though I appreciate the effort. Maybe I can, then. I don't have the DLC for the game. I have an AMD part, so maybe, as well as finish off with an AMD GPU, the PC I use right now is an 8GB NVIDIA FPU. Oh, right, in that case, yeah, I think a dedicated GPU would probably work quite well. And for those who don't, oh, right, and that's inventory. Okay, right, that's Animal Crossing. That would be cool. Oh, well.
Now to hand over that jewelry to the store employee.
Cool, I've got a briefcase full of jewels. Family jewels. Of this random store. I knew I wouldn't be able to find them. Maybe I really would be better off dead.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, it's you again. Sorry, I heard a commotion earlier. Did something happen?
If you'd been looking up instead of down at your feet, you would have seen the fight going on around you. Anyway, I found what you've been looking for.
Oh. You were in a fight? Wait a second, you found them? Seriously?
Yep. They were taking a little dip in the ocean.
Thank you so much. Now my manager won't kill me. That's a mighty boon for this experience.
Hustle back then. Never know when those thieves are gonna come back for.
Good idea. I'm heading straight to the shop now.
No, your manager might even give you a pack on the back now. But you really ought to quit that, please.
Think so? I don't know. Quitting a steady job in this recession?
That was because of a squabble between your shop's Yakuza and a rival family.
You'd be helping your man to save face, but look at it from the other guy's point of view. They lost to a city. They're spitting mad and they know where to find you. Get out before you get dragged into more stuff, or even out in a body bag. If you got the guts to do the right thing, even when your life's on the line, you'll be fine wherever you go. But if you want to stab into the Yakuza world, then it's kill or be killed. I ain't about to stop you.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'm cut out for that. I'll just drop this off and move back in with my parents in the country. I really appreciate your advice. Please accept this with my gratitude for all your help.
I don't think my case would fit one of the NVIDIA 40 series. My case would probably fit an NVIDIA 40 series, even more so if I get one of the AIO variants. I'm still dubious about my power supply and the whole NVIDIA new power supply connectory things, though. Still not sure about that. Oh, and also, the sheer cost of the bleeding things. I don't know. I'm torn with new graphics card. Do I get a new one or do I buy secondhand on eBay? I think I'll just roll the dice and get it secondhand on eBay, on the principle of at least it saves on e-waste and I get a bit of a deal. Is 40 series worth it though? That's the thing. At the moment, probably not, because no games are currently using it. If I wanted the shiniest and most powerful, yes, but at the same time I have to consider cost. Is it really cost effective? Probably not. So yeah, I'll probably go up to 3090 because that'll probably tide me over for the next 5 years, and then I'll see where I go. But I don't know. I think I bought into the 20 range a bit too. I bought into the 20 range at the wrong time. I bought into it just as they released the 30 series, but at the same time, as I said, my 2070 Super has managed to do astounding things over the years. It's pretty much the graphics card I've streamed on with. Oh, I think I think I started streaming on this GPU. So there we go. I started on CPU, I think, and then I quickly discovered that the CPU I had wasn't able to hold up to it, so I switched to the GPU because the NVENC encoder uses a separate part of the chipset to the game's rendering. And it's more complicated than that, but you've got sort of a chunk of the GPU for rendering in-game footage, and then you've got a small port fraction of the GPU, which is basically designed for encoding. I use the encoding while I'm streaming, and then obviously the game runs on the gaming rendering side of things, which works brilliantly. 20 range is still holding up. Oh, don't get me wrong, my 2070 Super is holding up fantastic. But pretty much because I play older games, because I don't really buy into the newer ones these days, it still holds up. Final Fantasy 14 is probably the newest game I play. No, hold on. Maybe it's Master Duel or whatever it is from Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I stand corrected. Helldivers. Helldivers 2 is probably the newest game I play on this rig. Not that I've played Helldivers for a while. And, yeah, runs that fine. Can't complain. So, yeah, 2070 Super, still holding up. The only reason I want to upgrade is I'm just thinking down the line that eventually I'm going to run into the issue where I'm going to have to start knocking my settings down. And unfortunately, as vain as it is, I'm the sort of guy who likes to ramp all of the settings in a game to max. Where possible. I will fine-tune things. Shadows, for example, I will knock down because I don't quite need high-fidelity shadows, but I like to have everything running as hot as possible. So I basically want to get as much out of my GPU as humanly possible, because let's face it, it costs me a lot of money. Why would I not want to squeeze as much power out of my rig as humanly possible? So, you know. 1080 Titan has only just started getting out of date. Ooh. I sold... Not 10 series. No, I did. I sold my 1070. GTX 1070. That I sold a while ago, I think. Did I sell it? Yes. No, I sold it. I sold my 1070, and that got me quite a nice chunk of change, I must admit. I've got a 9070, a GTX 9070 running in my server, which is acting as a media encoder for my Plex server, because, let's face it, media encoding, I don't need a particularly powerful GPU to do it, just a GPU is good enough. So I've got my 9070 running as my GPU encoder. Can't remember if I've kept... I think I sold my other 9070, GTX 970. It was 970. I think I sold my other one, which is fine. I've got an AMD graphics card up in the loft, which was my first GPU in my first gaming rig, which I bought back in college, which I probably should try and sell, but I don't think I'm going to get that much for it. So, yes. Gameplay is better than graphics, but when recording streaming, you kind of need both. Exactly, that's what I've got. I've got a GPU that does both. I've got a GPU that does the NVENC encoder, though it's the last generation of the encoder, and it can run the games, which is fine. I mean, I always turn stuff like monitor blur off, and a big fan of those Total Biscuit FOV sliders. Ah, Total Biscuit. Rest in peace, dude. You were the man who pretty much got me into a lot of PC gaming. But yeah, motion blur I turn off as a rule. I hate motion blur. I don't understand why devs still put motion blur in. Is our resident gaming dev still around? Either of them. No. Neither of them are, so I will ask either of them when I next get the chance. But yes, I don't get why devs still put motion blur in. It's an awful thing, but whatever. I don't know why it's on as default anyway. And FOV I very much put the FOV up to as high as I can, really, usually. Motion blur sucks anyway. Blurring things messes with my head and I hate it in an open world game. I don't need motion blur turned on. My eyes automatically do motion blur when I move my head. I don't need it in a game. Get rid of it. It's a useless thing. There was there was another setting for years that was awful as well. It basically created a lot of compression in games. Can't remember. But anyway, back to the game. We were playing Yakuza. That's what we were doing before I got on a rant about hardware. I got a Ruby. Alas, not Ruby Rose, for she is adorable. So I think I prefer her sister more. Anyway. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye. In my day, Yakuza didn't screw with innocent civilians. No, maybe I just didn't see what was going on around.
Yay! 5,000 points. Not enough to get a level up though. That's a shame. Right, okay, back to Kamurocho. At this point, I'd probably do a bit of karaoke, to be honest. But I can't do karaoke. So I have two choices. Either we do the sub-stories, or we do a bit of Mahjong. I'm kind of tempted to do Mahjong, though. I've got a bit of money. It's been a while, and I kind of miss it. Oh, we've not got any sub-stories. However, I think I've just cleared some more off the books. So, got brother and sister 1. Only 2, the running woman, the homeless man and the cat. Yes, nice catch. Done nice catch. Cool. Right, I can get rid of that one then. Right. You know what? For once, I will leave it up to chat. What do we do? Do we do story or do we do Mahjong? You have a couple of moments to decide. This will probably be the end of the stream anyway, so we can either progress the story or we could do Mahjong. I'm kind of leaning towards the story for a change, just because I want to unlock the next part of it, so... Story then, fair enough. Well, that was the... sorry, give me a minute. Just need to sort something out, and then, yep, story it is. Mahjong. Well, Spawn was first, so we'll go with the story. Sorry, give me a minute. Cool. Right, marvelous. So, onwards. Listen to the devil on your shoulder. I mean, I could. Alternatively, I just head on my way up to the Colosseum and unlock that. Dang it, I need to work on my powers. No, you just need to be faster. Nope, 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 nope. Let's face it, I said that we were going to do the Colosseum with Sajima anyway, so yeah, we need to unlock the Colosseum. And for that, we need to go up to West Park, and for that, it means we have to do the story. Or at least the next part of the story. But we will do some more Mahjong at some point. I've just realised I've also taken damage. I need to go back to that restaurant and do some more. Unlocking the Colosseum is the responsible thing to do. Exactly. Also, why do all these women wear their socks so low? Give me the thigh highs, dang it. No, I just said that out loud, didn't I? Ignore the last sentence I said. Thank you. Right. Colosseum is story-based. Yeah, well, at least the Colosseum is the story unlock, isn't it? Aha! At least that's the last of the drinks. Ooh, right, Goza. I do like Goza. I like dim sum and shumai as well. Imagine my disappointment when I ended up in a Chinese restaurant on a karate course and I found out that they only did shumai and dim sum at lunch. And then they nearly served me cashew nuts and I nearly died, and then that was it. That kind of put me off the rest of the meal, to be honest. It's amazing what a brush with death will do to your appetite. Seeing the cocktails makes me want one IRL. For cocktails, the most I'll go is whiskey and lemonade. Depending on the whiskey, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to mix 300-pound Yamazaki in with lemonade. That's insane, but if it's a Jameson's or a Bell's or something. Ah, so cashew nut allergy. I did not know that. Cashew nuts and pistachios. Though, in fairness, I didn't know that I had a pistachio allergy until last year. So there we go. I always knew I had a cashew nut allergy because when I was 4, I think, I had a cashew nut at Christmas. And I ended up in the hospital. Pistachio, didn't know until I had my allergies retested as an adult because I couldn't remember what the original allergy tested as. But I can eat peanuts, That's fine. Though peanuts technically aren't nuts. I can eat Brazil nuts, which is good because Brazil nuts are fantastic. Walnuts, right. Hazelnut, which makes my mouth itch uncomfortably, so I don't bother with them anymore. I had pine nuts. Yeah, they're too sweet for me. What else have I tried? Almonds. I can eat almonds as well, but I already knew I could eat almonds because I've had a marzipan in the past and I've not died. So there we go. In the UK, Dennis the Menace is OP. Oh, the UK version of Dennis the Menace is amazing. The US version, not so much. Sorry, but no. Also, where did we get Dennis the Menace from? Oh, it's a different comment. I do love the internet. When you search for Walter from Dennis the Menace and a picture of Jacob Rees-Mogg. Oh dear, Jacob Rees-Mogg, Lime. Always sounds like he's got a plum stuck in his gob. Right. But yo, no, Dennis the Menace, the UK version of Dennis the Menace. Oh, I remember the old BBC cartoon of Dennis the Menace. That was amazing. I grew up watching that. Probably ages me, doesn't it? Well, don't... Dude, there could be a dude in that... There is a... Called it! Excuse me, sir. I am currently using the lavatory. Do you mind? Well, at least you said sorry. Right, anyway, in fairness, that does remind me. It's not so much a lavatory, but on one of the karate courses I go on in the sports centre, it's down in Windsor, the showers, they are literally laid out like what you just saw. So there is a shower cubicle, and in the shower cubicle, there is the fire escape. Can you imagine what would happen if the fire alarm went off? Oh dear. Right. US version is 1959 show, which sucks. All of the actors are no longer around. Most likely, probably not.
Back to square one. I gotta figure out to dig up dirt on that hotshot info broker everyone's yapping about.
Well, on one upside, we got an absolutely fantastic cutscene. On the downside, that means we still haven't unlocked the Bleeding Coliseum. Dude's no longer there, so that's alright. So, we have now ended up in a situation. No sub-stories. No karaoke. Oh, no, hold on. Aha! I spy a sub-story. Right, we'll go and pick up that sub-story then. Because we've got no main story quest to do, so... Hold on. Might as well finish it. Oh, blimey, look at the time. Right. I can't remember the first time Kiryu tried to go through the stores, which didn't work. That would have been Yakuza Kiwami, I think. Yes, no, it must have been Yakuza Kiwami, because in Yakuza 0, he didn't have to go through the stalls because it was still a park, and he could just literally go through the door, through the park entrance into the homeless camp. So yeah, must have been Yakuza 0. You don't see the Beano comics anymore. I know Beano comics still exist, but I think it's a case you have to go to W.H. Smith or something rather than the local supermarket to pick them up. I believe they still you can still get them on mail order if you so wish. If I ever have kids, I'll make sure to at least get them a couple of issues of the Beano. But considering that requires me to have any sort of luck with women, that's probably never going to happen, so there we go. Yeah, because Yakuza Zero didn't have a stall either. No, because there was no... Yeah, it wouldn't have had a stall because there was no reason for the door to exist because it was literally just sort of banished into the background. Oh, hold on. I don't quite know where that sentence came from, to be honest. I think my brain sort of short-circuited and just came up with random words. The stall didn't exist because there was no point for the stall to exist because back then it was still a park and you could literally just go through the entrance of the park to get to the park. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Out of the way. What's that? You, what's this? Oh, it's salt! Fantastic. Will that knock him out? Cool. Where's your zappy zap? There we go. No. Not quite what I was aiming for, but sure. I think you can still get the annuals too, some with really and the runes. And I refuse to take it any other way. Fair enough. Oh, fair enough. Oh, I just beat up a dude and he gave me a stamina thing. Aha! That'd be a stub story. Sub story, not stub story. That's something else entirely. Thank goodness. Just the man I've been looking for.
Hell of a search you got there. What happened?
Down hooligans are going completely berserk. They too. Too much for me to handle. Come on.
All right.
Nothing but leads to society. Parasites. Houses of the people, worms crawl in the dirt.
You dirt and die, worms. Oh, my shelter. Do you know how long it took me to find that box? It was made of wood, dang it. Wood.
What did we ever do to you?
Why are you doing this? Give us a good reason.
You want a reason, all right. We're cleaning up the streets by getting rid of you garbage. Yeah, but we're just living our lives. Oh, wait.
But we're just living our lives here. We're not bothering a soul.
A soul, huh? What? Suckers like you bother us just by existing.
Existing, I say! Oh. Don't do something you'll regret now.
Hey, I don't remember asking for your opinion. And watch your mouth, you crusty old ass.
Let's just say I'm too cowardly to fight a man one-on-one. Why, you? I guess it's time for somebody to get his ears kicked. Enough being around the bush then. Put on your big boy pants and bring it.
Right, you... You get thrown into a wall. Bye-bye. That's for beating up my homeless friends.
Get away with this!
You got me out of a real sticky situation. How can I ever help you? Or thank you? All of the above.
I was just passing through. Don't thank me, thank him.
And with your injury too. I'm truly glad.
It was nothing, Chief. All I did was bring this fellow by.
You're the boss around here?
Yeah.
I'm flattered, but it's nothing fancy as that. I've just been living here a long time, that's all.
Must have been rough on you. Any idea what those hooligans wanted?
Yes, about them. They started their raid several months back.
Yeah, dang teenagers getting up, picking on old folks. What's this world come to?
Might actually be more to it than that.
What are you getting at?
I thought they were just drugged up teens on a joyride too. That is, until now. Did you see how ferocious that young man was? I wonder if he has a reason to feel that way.
Be a good one.
Oh, please excuse me. I didn't mean to get you caught up in all this old man's ramblings.
No sweat. Alright, well, take care of yourselves.
I'll try, thank you again.
I'm really liking you, Sajima.
Such an awesome dude.
I mean, he's a murderer. He killed a bunch of people, but at the same time, he seems to have a good heart to him, which makes me wonder why he just murdered a bunch of people. Then again, as Sajima would probably say, it's a case of that's Yakuza business and civvies shouldn't be involved. In which case, yeah, I mean, live by the sword, die by the sword, so yeah, I can't fault the dude. I don't agree with him murdering 18 people, but at the same time, he was badass when he was doing it, and he doesn't hurt innocent civilians, so... I mean... Yeah, I like him. Also, he got Kiryu's seal of approval, and even if Kiryu can be an absolute muppet at times... Yeah. Oh, hello. Wait, what? What's that achievement? First 100 kilometers or more. Cool. We just got an achievement. Nice. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that sub-story now. I've also just realised what time it is. So, reason for revenge. Right, there is a save over there. You're new. Oh, that was the florist of Sai.
Hey, what did you just say about the florist?
What? Nothing. Nothing at all.
No, but don't lie to me.
Please cut me some slack. Around here, a slip of the tongue could cost a guy, well, his tongue. Or his life.
Relax, I ain't no snitch.
Well then, if I let you in on my secret, do you promise not to tell anyone?
I promise. I won't tell a soul.
Okay, now I guess I'll trust you. Keeping it a secret is killing me anyway. I'm on a city crew that was doing some work on a manhole cover over in Children's Park. That's where I found it.
What?
Subterranean Pleasure District. Well,
they only let in the super rich, and even then, just a select few elites. I thought it was all an urban legend, but it's real.
How'd you find it?
Well, I was sneaking a nap in the manhole when I heard someone come in. I think it was the big cheese himself, the Florist of Sai. He's the info broker who calls the shots down there. He was wearing some real flashy clothes, kind you see on magazines and in waiting rooms in the dentist office. So basically, the Florist of Sai started in the underground underneath the park, underneath West Park. Then he moved to the Millennium Tower, and now he moved back to the children underground underneath the Children's Park after taking it back from Majima, and now he's still underground underneath the West Park, not Children's Park, in Yakuza 4. So all that stuff about the florist just moving his operations is basically just a myth, and he's actually not moving anywhere at all. Also, I can confirm it is a subterranean pleasure district. Have you not seen all the waifu there? Seriously. So many kimonos, so many pretty girls. I would not want to leave there. Admittedly, only if I was a multi-millionaire and I could actually afford them. But that's neither here nor there, so whatever. I'm not and I cannot, so it is. It is what it is. That, and also I sincerely doubt that Liverpool has a subterranean pleasure district. It probably has a terranean pleasure district, let's face it. Anyway, onwards.
And
He kept on going down this tunnel until he disappeared. When I took a look later, I found a door key.
where'd it go?
I don't know. I didn't open it.
Hell, why not?
It was a really heavy door. I couldn't get it to budge. I bet there's some trick to it only the florist knows. If the rumors about the florist are true, I'd rather keep my nose on my face than poke it where it doesn't belong. They aren't worth 1 million in reality. What, the waifu in the pleasure district? No, maybe not, but I'm sure they would charge somewhere in the hundreds of thousands. Well, hundreds or thousands. Now that I say that aloud, I'm suddenly doubting whether or not I'd actually go for it. Anyway, it's neither here nor there.
Then again,
Then again, that stuff's all heresy and tabloid gossip. No idea where the legend ends and the truth begins. All I know is what I saw with my own eyes. Just remember, you promised to keep it a secret.
don't worry, I ain't telling no. Assuming this guy ain't feeding me a big crock of... I ought to find this man all covered in Children's Park.
Well, we already found it and you wouldn't let me into it, so there we go. Anyway. $100,000 I can see being true, but I just don't have a ton of experience with the job. I'd be surprised if you did, to be honest. The game. Save the game. Yes, I shall save the game. Saving. Cool. Save complete. I do love the double Yakuza. There we go. And with that, we will continue this next time. Can I just say that I am still absolutely loving this game. I love the Yakuza games. I really, really do. Oh, hello. That's the wrong button. No, that's the wrong button. There we go. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. There we go. How about that? I think this probably takes over from the Ezio trilogy as my favourite games, to be honest. Heresy, I know, but I'll have to play the Ezio trilogy. I might, once we've finished Mario, No, once we finished Batman, once we finished the Arkham Saga, we'll move on to doing the Ezio trilogy. Because I generally love these games. I think they may win out as my favorite franchise. Entirely possible. Zelda I love, but Tears of the Kingdom, not so much Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom has definitely put a sour taste in my mouth. Yakuza hasn't yet. Maybe it will as we progress, but we've played from 0 till 4 now. And the only major fault I can find with it is free, and only with the combat. Yes, I know the pool. The AI in pool is nonsense, but from just a play the game standpoint, you don't have to do all of the pool. That's from a 100% standpoint. Not everyone 100% these games, and I can understand why. From a gameplay, a purely casual playthrough standpoint, the only game I can fault is Yakuza 3 for their AI system with the continuous blocks. I can kind of fault this game for the difficulty spike with Sajima's story intro, but it at least gives it a challenge. I can't take too many points off it for that. But as it stands, with Tears of the Kingdom, I finished streams feeling absolutely exhausted. With this, I haven't yet. I've still got the drive. I've still got the pool was still a drive. It frustrated me, yes, but it didn't tire me. Same for this. This might be my favorite franchise in game, which is interesting, considering you'd think it'd be Assassin's Creed, but apart from the Ezio trilogy, which still keeps a very deep place in my heart, I assure you of that, this might have taken the crown. 0, Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2 is one of my favourite games. 3, story was fantastic. Kiwami 3 should have been a thing. And this game has hit on the 0 engine. It has fixed the issues I had with 3. This game is, you can see the seeds, you can see the beginning of what became Yakuza 0. Yes, I'm very much loving this. See you on Thursday, indeed. Still can't wait to play Zelda's Awakening. I will be playing that on stream as well. I will play that eventually. I'll do Link's Awakening on stream, though I don't know if I'm going to go through and do all the Dungeon Maker stuff again. I probably will. It's been long enough that I will, and that will be probably the first Zelda game in a long time that I've done all 3 save files on. So there's that. Probably doing hard mode as well, actually. So that'll be interesting, won't it? I can't take a single point. I can't have a single game over. But anyway, yes, sorry, I've rambled a bit. So, if you're new here, hi, I'm Ezio. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you ever want to catch me live, well, I'll be right back here on Thursday at 7:30 UK time as we continue our journey into the world of this amazing game. And hey, if you are watching in the well, first of all, if you missed any of these streams, if you want to catch up with any of our journey into the world of this game so far, if you want to catch up with Akiyama's story, or even any of the previous games in this franchise, as mentioned, I've played Yakuza 0 through to Yakuza 4. You can find all of those uploaded to the YouTube archive, linked in the panels down below, containing playlists of every... well, I've just said that anyway. And hey, if you are watching in the YouTube... well, if you are watching in the YouTube archive, let's say that properly, hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing on the channel at the moment. Maybe you'll consider hitting that like button, maybe even subscribing. It really helps us out if you do. And I think that's everything. Everything apart from a thank you to each and every one of you. Be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archives. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey this evening. Thank you for joining me as we travel through the world of this fantastic game. And most of all, thank you for spending a little bit of your life here with me, here on the channel. It means the world. It always will do. And it always does. Now, let us see if we have enough to pay the good vibes forward. I hope we do, because I do believe a good friend of the channel is live. Yes, we do. Marvellous. So, with that said, twitch.tv, where are you?
15 seconds.
Well, as you can hear, he is indeed live. So we will throw a raid over to the mighty last minute continue. Oh yeah, Twitch changed all of the rating stuff, didn't they? So I could actually see if he's live just by the beauty of their new thingamy-bob. Don't need that. Oh no, I could have that open. I should have that open. Sorry, give me a minute. I've talked long enough as well that the audio's cycled through again. Right, anyway, with let's hit the raid on that. Start raid. And so with that said, with that done, to each and every one of you, may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. Well, have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. And as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits. And I'll see you all next time.